I'm Tony Armour, and this is the new 2022 Ford Bronco. I ordered this thing 2 years ago, and it just came in yesterday. So let's check it out. So what do I think of the 2022 Ford Bronco? Well, I've only had it for a couple of days, but so far, it's great. Fun ride. I mean, it looks cool. That's why I buy it in the first place, right? The roof's coming off is pretty cool. We want to take off the back section of the roof rather than this front section right here. It's a little more work, and where are you going to put it? But, you know, if you don't want a soft top, then that's really the only other option. It drives pretty much exactly as you would expect it to drive, like a truck. It's basically a truck. I keep calling it a Jeep because I've had a Jeep for 20 years, and it's essentially the same thing as a Jeep. This is a 2-door, not a 4-door, so I don't have the trunk and the rear space like I would on something else. But with no kids, not a lot of reason to have it, but I do cart a bunch of camera gear and things around once in a while. The seats lay flat. It's not bad. Overall, I'm happy with the purchase. So in order to pull the seats flat, you actually have to pull this forward in order to pull this forward. And that is about as flat as it's gonna go. So I actually did that wrong, as I showed you before. It does pull up completely flat. Pull the seat forward, and you flip it up. Then that goes down to lay flat. And so now it lays flat like that. Whereas if you don't flip that other seat forward, you get a little bit of a lift on it, so it lays flatter like that. So yes, I can fit a bunch of Sam's Club bulk groceries in the back of it, just not as easily or as conveniently as maybe the 4-door or your standard Ford Escape or whatever else. But hey, you don't buy it for the groceries. Okay, so one question is, how do you take these roof panels off? Let's find out. You have these releases here and here. Then you have all these levers that release the roof. So that drops down, that drops down. These come this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. So something really important to note that I discovered yesterday is there's a lip right here. So the driver's side rests on top of this lip. So when you take it off, you actually take the driver's side off first, then the passenger side off second. But when you put them back on, you put the passenger side on, then the driver's side, because it has that lip that it rests on. So something to note about this window and the way that it comes down. It comes down pretty easy, right? But you see this corner right here? If the door is in a little bit, this will come down and actually hit it. So you got to make sure it's open wide enough so that this window can shut all the way. So this is the Bronco bag for the windows. So you see on the bag here, it has these hooks on the back. These hooks go here and here, so that you can secure the roof panels. Because otherwise, when you put them in the bag, you just rest it here, it keeps going like this, and smacking the back window, which it's tough, it's not gonna break, but yeah, I don't know, you never know. Keep smacking it enough. So what's the best way to put these things in the bag? I don't really know, I'm just kind of figuring out as I go here. So what I've learned, you maybe want to use, take the other one and slide it in. So initially, I thought you put it in this way. You see that curve right there, where it goes over the edge of the car. And really, it should go in this way. Then, once it's in the bag, you take the protector sheet and you put it down so that it goes between the roof pieces. Now, this one you want to put in going the opposite way. Make sure the insides face the insides. So the insides face the insides with these curves going on opposite sides so they can get as close together as possible so they'll actually fit in the bag so you can zip the thing up. So it's actually tough still to zip. Edges pulled up so that it pulls across, fits snug. And this is actually like a sideways zipper as opposed to straight down the middle. Now, you have this thing in a carry case like that. What do you do with it? You strap it, and those straps down here, and here, and here, and here. And these straps in the back, so you can strap the thing so it doesn't fall forward. Problem is, when you stand this up straight, look how high it is. I discovered this yesterday. You can't see, looking in the rearview mirror, out the back window. So I was thinking, what if you just put it on its side? So now you have the space to see out the rear window, because you can see over the top of this. And you can still strap in these straps here, and then use these straps to tie in to the back. This way it's still not going to move around, but you can actually see. This is pretty cool too. So the little case that the owner's manual comes in also comes with all the sockets, extra straps necessary, 13 millimeter it looks like, so that you can take pieces off. Those are the same ones that you can use to take the doors off as well. What we'll do here, pull these tight. So it moves forward. Pull it tight, and it still falls back. It's only fastened there. Okay. So doing the hook down here does not prevent that from falling forward. Maybe I should be smarter than that. Let's see what else we can figure out. Okay, honestly, so the easiest way to do this, and the way you're supposed to do it, when it's in the correct orientation, but it's too high, is across the back right here. It still falls. Because the little loop is too low. Because it's designed to go the other way. So it doesn't look like there's a good way to do this to actually give yourself a look out the rear view window. So here's an interesting view of these seats when you flip these seats up from the back. Pull forward, flip it up, and it just has this little bar thing there. And then when this folds flat, it obviously lays right in there. And the marine grade vinyl, waterproof, actually feels pretty good. Maybe I'll just chill in the back seat here for a while. This is cool. You've got the plugs here to pull out so that if you get water back in here for whatever reason, you just pop the plugs and the water can drain out. Similar to what Jeeps have as well. I got an idea. Let's see if this works. What if I take the strap and loop it through here? So now you've got this here. We'll put that around this and see if that prevents it from falling forward. Let's find out. All right, let's see if this works. That actually seems to work. So it can bounce around. Puts a little pressure on that for bouncing. Nothing too bad. And it's not going to fall back into the window. And now I can actually see out the top, looking in the rearview mirror.